Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. Happy New Year. It is a new year. It is a new you. And today we are talking about how do you make the most of 2023. I know you've probably set your goals on New Year's Eve. You've done all the things. You're deciding, is this going to be my best year ever? We're going to talk about what does it take to be a new year, new you? How do you stay laser focused on those goals? If that sounds like fun, keep on watching. That's what we're doing on the show today.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand.
All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. We bring you amazing content every single week to help you grow in your career as a travel agent or as you scale your travel business. If you're new here, type a little "I'm new" in comments so I can welcome you to our community. If you are new, my name is Cyndi Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Careers on Vacation, which helps people all over the world learn how to launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses. And I've been in the industry going on, 30 years this year. So I own and operate my own agency as well. Everything we train on the channel is either tested in my agency or in the hundreds and hundreds of clients that we work with to grow and scale their travel brands every single year. So guys, we're jumping into new year, new year, new year, new you. That was a tongue twister, but hey, we're here for it. Are you so excited about 2023? We're just coming off of one of the best years ever. Not just like post-pandemic, but one of the best years ever in the travel industry. We've had so much growth in our industry and we have so many bookings going into 2023 already in terms of how much revenue we have on the books for people that are traveling. The year hasn't even started yet. So I'm coming in with so much optimism, so much enthusiasm, and I can't wait to really help you get clear on your goals. So I really want to walk you through on today's session, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep yourself motivated? This is one of those things where the first thing with goals is I am not a New Year's Eve, let me write out a couple things and then revisit it like next New Year's Eve, right? And say, oh, did I do it? Did I not? That's not how I approach goal setting. We actually just did a really cool goal mapping live workshop. If you missed that, you can still get the goal map if you go to wanderlustceo.com/goal map. That will be a great tool that will complement what I'm going to be training. It's kind of an abridged version of what we did in the workshop. But I want to start by saying I track, monitor my goals all year long. So you need to have the mentality and mindset that goals aren't just for once a year. They need to be ongoing. You need to check in. You need to hold yourself accountable on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. That's the way that you make traction on your goals. Even if you're making small progress, it's still progress. It doesn't mean your goals can't change, you can't update, you can't modify, but making sure that you have goals that are measurable, that you're working towards, they're clear, they're measurable, they have dates attached to them. All of those are really important when you go through the goal setting process. So I want you to go back and look at those goals that you wrote down probably on New Year's Eve or if you wrote them down recently, and I want you to ask, are these goals measurable, right? Are they clear? Is it a clear goal? Is it a tangible goal, right? Don't just say, I want to feel better. Okay, what does that mean to you, right? So you want to have a tangible goal. What do you want that? Or I want to grow my travel business. Okay, do you want to grow by 20%, 30%? Do you want to bring, what's the amount of income that you want to bring in by the 6-month mark, by the 12-month mark? You want to make sure that you have measurable goals and that you're also assigning a date to those goals. This is literally how I plan out everything in my life. For those of you guys who've been following me for a while, you might know that I actually have 3 companies. I have our travel agency, founder, CEO, as I mentioned, of Careers on Vacation. And then we also have a sister company that I spend a lot of time in as well called Wanderlust Social, which helps travel agents with their marketing tools that they need. So I have a lot going on in my 3 companies, and we're always looking at like up-leveling. In fact, I'm getting ready to go on a cruise here in a minute, and we're going to be spending an entire cruise with my leadership team tracking through what are our big goals going over through the next 18 months. And we're going to use the same process of like, what is the vision, and then boiling it down to the goals. And then when you download the PDF that I have for you, have the big goal in the middle, and then what are the sub goals that are going to get me to that big goal, and then put dates on those little suckers. And that's how you make them clear, measurable, and have dates so you can hold yourself accountable. Now, with all of that said, if you're doing all of those things well, that's amazing. it's okay to be flexible. Sometimes I have to go, this project has to wait, this one has to move, we have to adjust because of different dynamics. That's normal, but at least if you have it all mapped out, you can then plug it in. And I'll tell you when this came into play, this was, back in the pandemic, when all the craziness happened, literally overnight, all the travel stopped. Everybody went, oh my gosh, do I just, sit and watch the news? Do I watch Netflix? Do I, everyone's freaking out, right? Like we all coped with it in a different way. No judgment, because I had my share of days on the couch with Netflix too. But you know what I did a couple weeks in, with our company is I told my team, I said, look, I don't know what's going to happen, but here's what here's how can we productively spend this time, and how do we want to look back and say we accomplished what during this time? So I knew in a weird way, it was like, normally I'm so busy, I can't get to like some of the big ideas and big visions that I have for my company. So what did I do? I pulled out some of those big goals that I had only been making tiny progress on, and I said, we're going to go triple time on these. And that is how Wanderlust Social, that third company, was born in the middle of the pandemic, because it probably would have taken me 3 years to launch it. But because I could be laser focused and I had that time, instead of going into reactive mode with like the what's happening to me in the world, I said, wow, I have these goals mapped out. Let's do them. Let's put a team together who can do what. Let's give my team something to work on. Let's stay positive and let's move forward. And that was the smartest thing I could have done, because it just put us on this forward momentum of, we know travel is coming back. In fact, we're going to prepare for it like it's coming back tomorrow. And we literally built out that company, launched it, and it has been just like a racehorse ever since, right? So that's why these goals are so important. It's okay to have the flexibility to move them around, or if you need to shift. That's normal, guys. Don't feel like if I didn't accomplish the goal that you're a failure. That's not what goal setting is about. It's just about getting clarity and having a path that you are mapping towards your big vision for your organization. All right, next one, number 2, is holding yourself accountable. And I think this is one where it's really easy to fall victim to the excuses, right? So look at what your goals were last year. What maybe, when I'm talking like not last year being 2022, but 2021, whatever you set and you wanted to accomplish in 2022, why didn't you accomplish those goals? Usually it's because maybe you lacked motivation. Maybe you didn't have the knowledge that you needed to move forward, and you got stuck somewhere and you just quit because you're like, this is overwhelming, or this is too much, I'm just not going to work on it. It wasn't fun for you. You didn't hold yourself accountable, or maybe you didn't take ownership over that goal. And I'll give you an example of that here in a second. Or your mindset had it like, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I'm not capable of doing it. Your mindset was working against you, right? Or you didn't prioritize your goals. And I say that with love, because I have been in this place before where I don't prioritize my goals, and then I'm not surprised when I don't hit it, right? But here's the difference between someone who is having more of a blaming mentality or a victim mentality, is they'll say, oh, I didn't have time to exercise, right? So someone who's taking ownership or accountability, reframe that and say, I'm not prioritizing my health. I didn't prioritize my health. So you see how that statement is, I'm taking ownership over it. I know what I did. I'm not going to catch any feelings or make myself feel bad about it. I'm just recognizing the fact that I didn't come to play with that goal. I didn't prioritize my health. That's why I didn't hit that goal, right? Versus, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money for something, or I don't have the whatever. It's really easy to like grab an excuse to hang on to and then let that be the thing that gives you an out, right? Because it's not me. But see how the power comes back to you when you say, I didn't prioritize my business last year. I'm going to do it different this year. Here's what I'm going to do different. I didn't prioritize my health last year, but here's what I want to do different. So it's just about hitting the reset button. And again, trust me, I have used those blaming excuses. So I'm not calling any of you guys out, but I want to challenge you to take ownership and sit in that space of accountability for your goals. That will change your life in terms of how you prioritize. You get done what you prioritize. That's what's going to get done this year, what you prioritize. So if growing your business is really that important, if improving your health is that important, you got to prioritize it, right? Get yourself back in the driver's seat on those goals. I promise you can do it. And also shift your mindset. If you have a mindset that's been working against you, or you've wanted to do something for years, And I have a personal story with this. I wanted to start Careers on Vacation 15 years before I actually started it. It was actually a dream of mine when I was a young trainer out in the world training travel agents. That was one of my very first jobs after being a travel agent, is I worked in the training department, and I was like, I want to have a travel school someday. Like, that was a dream that was on my heart, and I carried it and carried it and carried it. And 9/11 hit, travel's not good. I let all of the narratives get in my brain instead of just doing what I always knew I wanted to do. Imagine how much further my company would be had I started it a decade earlier, 15 years earlier, right? But my mindset wasn't in a place yet where I felt confident enough, where I felt like I could take those big steps. It felt too big. So I needed that extra decade to fix up here, right? I needed that time to work with mentors and build my confidence and like get my mindset right. And in today's environment, I feel like I can do anything. I can start any company because I have a roadmap, and I've trained my brain to really think about like, okay, this is what you want to do. I don't think about the obstacles. I think about how do we get around? How do we get over, around, under? And that's where my mindset is today. So if you struggle with that, you might have to address the mindset. It's one of the reasons why in all of my programs, we put mindset in everything. I have an amazing colleague, Brandon Foster, who works in our mastermind programs, and he works with all of our students and clients on how to have that CEO mindset and that business owner mentality so you can make progress faster. I wish I would have had something like that before mindset was a buzzword and all of those things back in the day, because had I fixed my mindset earlier, I would have been successful earlier. So if you know that that's something that's holding you back, recognize that and make a change in that this year. All right. The other thing you want to do is hold yourself to a higher standard this year, right? Commit to that. And the last one, in terms of, this is one of those things where I see goals that get unfinished is, as I mentioned earlier, you just didn't know how to do it. Get the help that you need. If there's something that's broken in your business, or you don't know how to start a travel business, or you want to be a travel agent, but you don't know how, don't try to DIY stuff. Our industry is too complicated for that. Just get the help that you need, whether it's working with a company like Careers on Vacation or working with another outfit that's out there. Figure out what you don't know, or whatever goal that you're working on. Maybe you want to learn how to be the greatest chef in the world, but you've never take a cooking class, right? You need to learn. You need to invest in yourself in terms of learning, in terms of getting that knowledge, in terms of doing all the things that you need to do in service of accomplishing that goal, right? It's really easy to go, oh, well, I just couldn't figure it out. That's another excuse, right? So, one of the things that I also see that will happen, whether it's building a travel business or someone has a big dream that they want to do something, is DIY, you guys, is killing your dreams. Like, if you're trying to DIY stuff and like figure it out, or like float on social feeds, and you're not doing real research, or you're not consulting with real consultants, or you're not doing the things that are required to achieve big goals, that's why. And I get this. Like, I come from the Midwest where like we pinched every penny. My family lived through the recession back in the 80s and all the things. And I came from a family that had a lot of scarcity mindset, like hang on to every penny and like don't spend money on things that you shouldn't. And investing in a business is not something that would ever even be in the dialogue when I was growing up. But I have learned through my decades of like growing businesses, starting businesses, running successful businesses, that I had to get out of that DIY mindset, because it's a scarcity mindset, right? And I had to, in order to get into a wealth consciousness mode where I was not just accomplishing goals, but able to make decisions that allow me to get to the next big levels of my business, is from the perspective of when I want to do something or change something, or there's a goal I want to do, I'm like, who do I need to work with? Who can help me with this? Who's doing it the best? Who can I hire? What can I automate? What person, tool, or resource do I need to get past this thing that's going to make my company better? Right? And when you think about it from that perspective, it's like that's what allows you to have success faster. You have to adopt that wealth consciousness mentality, and knowing that investing in your business is not a waste of money. It is a necessary part of business growth. I never think I'm the smartest person in the room. In fact, I know I'm not the smartest person in the room. I might not be the smartest person in the room, but a lot of times I'm the wisest person in the room. All the road bumps, all the hiccups, all the knocks on the head, all the mistakes that I've made have taught me that it is way better. And instead of me trying to learn every single little thing that changed with Meta this year on Facebook, how about I staff one of the best Meta experts on my team to run that and put that in my companies, and then also help my students? Because I don't have time to fit all of that in my brain, number one. Number two, it's not my jam. It's not what I want to do, but I am wise enough to know that leveraging the right people, leveraging the right connections, leveraging the right tools and resources, when you invite those things into your business and you invest from that perspective, that is what will help you grow. So think about that. You don't have to be the smartest, but please be the wisest. That's what will get you out of that DIY mode. Stop trying to do everything yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. I could never run 3 companies if I tried to do everything myself. Can you imagine? It would be a crap show, I promise you. There are way too many things going on in all of the different moving parts of my companies. I have to have a great team, I have to have a great vision, and I have to be doing these things where I am kind of putting things in place to get us to the next goal. So just to give you our track record, I have grown in the last 5 years. My companies, 2 years in a row, I doubled the size of one of my companies, and we have seen anything from 20 to 30 to 40% growth in the other companies. So none of my companies have stood still or moved backwards in the last 7 years. So that's a big deal, you guys. That just shows like the difference in, like, yes, we invest, we do the things that we need to do to get to the next level, but it shows off in the results because I'm not trying to DIY stuff. I'm not going through testing periods that last 18 months long. I'm just getting the help that I need and moving past the goal. So get whatever your thing is, whatever you're struggling with. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is. What's the thing you're struggling with? Get help with it, fix it, move on, meet your goal, and then set the next goal, and you will be in business for sure. Investing in your business is not a luxury. So guys, I hope this was helpful. If you know that this is going to be your year to either become a travel agent or really like tackle those big goals, and you want to work with a company that is going to be by your side to help you with everything that you need, definitely check out all of our information over on our website. You can visit us at careersonvacation.com, and it will tell you all about the different things that we do. Our most popular program is Careers on Vacation. It's for both new and experienced agents. We have 2 different learning tracks. This program is hands-on. Not only do you get an amazing curriculum, but you get an amazing community, and you get coaches, mentors, and experts. You get access to that same team that's helping me grow all of my businesses. They are going to help you get supersized in your business as well. And we also have the most case studies in the industry for what we do for certifying travel agents. So definitely check that out over on YouTube as well. You can visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to apply for Careers on Vacation. We'd love to talk to you and just learn about your goals and see if it's a match to work together. But guys, that's it. It is a new year, and I hope you are ready to become the new best version of yourself. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I'll see you guys next week. Let's do it again. Same time, same place. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.